astronomical their rise has been.
Game & Watch complaining, fork found in kitchen. Anyways, match one. We got Dominator stepping up with the Joker.
But you said it, bro.
And Ploopy, I said it, and I'm not going to take it back. You can't stop me. What are you going to do? Okay, ban me? I live in Jersey. Anyways, game one, we're going to Battlefield. Honestly, I really like this Battlefield pick early on from Dominator. Again, it's a... While Game & Watch, if you're sitting in center stage, the up tilt takes you right to the top platform. It's also the fact of like, okay, you're forcing Game & Watch to consider different angles and forcing him to play around the specific like close range gameplay. You know, you can utilize those platforms for your typical Joker drag downs and find your extra bit of damage to take those stocks as early as you possibly can against a lighter character like Game & Watch.
Yeah, but Game & Watch also gets platform extensions on all the combos to get you like guaranteed 40-50% combos.
So we're starting here, you know? It's good for both of these characters.
Arsene is going to come out. Not exactly the earliest Arsene at 71%, but narrowly avoids getting grounded by that down smash. And we can't find an opening. We're kind of just fishing with dash attacks at this point. Yes, you don't have to worry about like Fireball getting bucketed by playing Mario, but you do still have to fish for openings. You can't rely on Gun or Aegon while Arsene is available. You have to force.
And honestly, I mean, Dominator's doing a good job of exerting the pressure, not finding as much damage as he possibly could, but still like keeping up with the gun and forcing Ploopy to not just sit in one place, which is a big thing. I mean, you know, it's like you're throwing that gun on shield, eventually you're going to tear it down and forcing an aggressive option to come out there with the up smash, with the up smash to go back to that Battlefield platform, which gives you a second to reset, recuperate yourself, and again, exert that pressure again with those jumping back in there with a back air, or just jumping in place and trying to find a drag down early on, take the stock here with a fair drag down doing down smash.
Dominator is fishing a little bit too hard for fair ones to try to close out the stock. If you can find a back air and ledge, it would be really great. But unfortunately, at this percentage, is not going to take it without Arsene available. So you can see Ploopy decides to go back to center stage, says, I don't want to be threatened with this back air. I can live for longer. Could have DI'd it to live for longer, but wasn't prepared for that one.
Yeah. 135 though, bordering on max rage here, and Arsene's about to come out. Ploopy, you need to stop right now. If you don't take it, Arsene with max rage, this Game & Watch could die very, very soon. To get off stage, the iframes of Arsene recovery going to keep you online. Unfortunate DI though on that F tilt to burn that opportunity, but Ploopy definitely a sweat off her back right now.
Okay, now we're back to 0-0, but this is kind of the guaranteed platform conversions that I was talking about. Great SDI into DIing out from Dominator to not let that continue into more than just 40%, and now you get your opportunity. Ploopy using the up B out of shield, knowing that the up air drag down would be broken out of, and otherwise it's just an option select because you'll just continue to eat the combo.
I like a thing early on that's been happening is Dominator's doing the 1-2 gun on shield and then forcing an aggressive option from Ploopy and then pushing accordingly. So now Ploopy more inclined to hold shield, was the Dominator done now, 1-2 gun on shield and then a grab. Opting for longer combo extensions afterwards, so now when you're sitting back out there off of those up throws, now you have Arsene online, now you can find those earlier stocks, and we see Ploopy opting for the down smash at ledge. Dominator's been ready for it this whole time, even the first time going off stage, be able to go past the down smash.
Okay, smash attack at ledge is another fork found in kitchen option, obviously for Game & Watch. Let's not pretend this is ledge trapping.
Wait, right? this is the cutlery. It is ledge trapping. That's an unfortunate thing. This is the game you play, buddy. What do you think you are?
I am.
This guy's with the K, bro. He doesn't. What do you think he is? Oh, okay. He's trying to like catch a jump on, and Ploopy's like, nah, I'll just up smash again. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Oh!
Any other tech option wins. He teched, but any other non-tech in place option wins there.
You know what? That's a read and a half right there. Great stuff there from Dominator to catch Ploopy's option.
I mean, you don't expect somebody to tech, so it does beat, of course, missed tech. I'm just surprised that Ploopy was ready.
There we go. Great stuff there again. At 128, again, bordering on that max rage Arsene. Ploopy looking to either delete the stock as soon as she physically can. We get back the ledge there. Be back with that grapple. Goes for the falling up air. Trying to catch the shark through the ledge game, trying to catch Dominator jumping back, make some extra space, tempering there with those forward airs. Ploopy, as you can see, is very desperate to take the stock now, and that's going to find it with the forward air. Dominator getting a little too reliant on the jump ins from ledge, expecting the smash attack. We're going to call it the forward air instead.
That was a smart adaptation from Ploopy. You start to think that these Game & Watches, all they're thinking about is smash attack, win game, but then Ploopy actually utilizes it for a conditioning match, which is the entire reason why why specifically Ploopy, she has been so dominant lately.
There you go, see Arsene is online. Dominator looking to make it happen early. The bake into the turret. It's good from ledge, but the get-up attack coming out perfectly. Catches the jump in there with the F-tilt into the Aegon. Already making quick work of this Arsene right now. Gonna make it worth it, looking to find extra mileage right now. Dominator coming out as well, getting it back to that ledge. Double down here coming out. Oh, we see a third up smash. They're not gonna find the up air, but great tech in from Ploopy to still avoid the pressure. That's not gonna go out of the way. Arsene finding a decent amount of damage. Not going to find the barrier in the down smash, unfortunately. The first one connecting. We're not going to make it count. A lot of rage here on this Joker again. At a 123, one good F or an aerial to close it out. And Ploopy's most certainly looking for it. Dominator tries to hang along as long as he physically can. Ooh.
Okay, that's deep. Very difficult for Joker to get back from this position, but lingers for just long enough to
Learned
get
his
back.
lesson from last stock. Doesn't jump on that time. Instead goes to the normal, got to avoid the forward air. Hanging on.
Double
double
tag.
tag. Still hanging on. The grapple comes back on. Trying to catch the normal get up. Arsene is back online. Needs one linger arrow to do it. Goes to the gun. The turn is approach from Ploopy. Still has to go to the jump that time. You're not in time the forward air.
Don't air dodge.
Up airs. Once he's on max rage here on this Joker. He's back.
Oh!
Game and watch back.
The
And counts
tomahawk
that
F
normal
tilt.
get up with the tomahawk F tilt. That
Ah.
at the end was 3 adaptations from Dominator in a row. It was Ploopy dropping on the forward air, and normal getting that time to avoid getting hit with the explosion hitbox. Then it was the second time they get back to ledge, the double tech into jumping on because Ploopy wasn't in position to forward air. To avoid that, the F flash coming out. And then finally at the end, is staying grounded in place because Ploopy typically trying to catch a jump normally, what Dominator's been doing with a back air from the platform, instead sitting in place and going for the F tilt with Arsene, taking it at 94%. Dominator showing that in the first game.
With your co-main, right? Not the character you've been playing in bracket this entire time. Showing that you're ready to utilize all the tools available in Joker's kit and pay attention to what your opponent is doing and recondition is insane. True co-main right there.
There you go, man.
Coming all the way from Miami, Florida, representing Cold Front.
The sunny shores of Miami, Florida, into the something of Gurnee, Illinois.
Yeah.
He almost said
Putting
it.
the gun
He
in
almost said it.
Putting the gun in Gurnee, Illinois.
Hey!
Hey!
Ah, bang! We got him to say it. You know it's fire when someone off the cuff they heard that. Anyways, game number 2, we're bringing it back to small battlefields. And Ploopy going forward with this, you're eliminating the recovery options from Dominator, getting rid of that top platform. It really bringing you much value considering that you're not really opting too much for that up special out of shield, right? You're more looking to challenge to jump in from this Joker. It's if there's any way to limit the escape options from this Joker, by all means I'm gonna take it, you know?
The simple way to think about the stage selection is the more platforms there are on the stage, the less that frame trapping is a win condition. So we removed a platform to make sure that it's harder for Joker to land. Does not have the best airspeed.
He just said what I said, but in a much smarter fashion. That's why I like working with smart guys. Anyways, we got Arsene online early. Now Ploopy playing a lot more patiently against Arsene. Not only going to challenge it, yeah, you can delete the bar faster if you attack Joker during Arsene, but learn their lesson from last game, yo, Dominator's been finding too much value, and especially off of that, getting a little too antsy on this stock, finding an early forward air kill.
New game, new conditioning to start right there. Catching the neutral, get up with that same forward air ledge trap we saw before.
Throw that gun into an air again. A decent little bit of Joker damage. Arsene right around the corner. Big Brother looking to help out right now. The man in red looking to help. Aha again. View back to the down tilt. Arsene online. Going for the immediate recovery onto the platform.
What are we doing?
Dominator's recoveries have been phenomenal.
No, Ploopy just had to let go of the freaking B button, man.
Yo,
That was
this
it.
guy cannot give anybody credit. I can't believe this.
That was I'll give credit to that.
Okay,
I'll give that.
You'll give credit to the most cookie cutter Joker confirm of all time, but not that. I hate this guy. Get me out of here.
Ploopy was just holding Chef.
Okay, that's why the recovery was so good.
You had so much time to react to where the landing of the recovery was going to be, Momo. I'm not going to continue to argue with you on this gameplay on my screen.
I can't believe this guy. There's no whimsy in this guy's heart.
There's no whimsy in this guy's heart.
No joy. Anyways, there we go. That's not Jeff. That's Jeff. Anyways, 104 on Dominator and the Joker. Looking to make some space here with the up tilt. Again, opting for the up special to catch that jump from Dominator. Dominator getting a little too antsy with those jumps again from the corner and playing around that perfectly. Waiting back with the Ahas. Looking for landing there. Once again, Ploopy is trying to do everything in their power to deter the aerial approaches from the Joker. The iframes of the Arsene spawn are going to come in clutch. Oh my goodness, that was scary.
I love how well both of these guys are playing towards center stage, really playing to ensure their opponent remains cornered. Ploopy, though, finding some aerial chase right now in a way that Dominator has not been able to continue with. A little bit of reversal of fortune right there, going a little bit too deep for the edge guard. Ploopy tries to reverse it and keeps themselves on the back foot because of it.
We got 156 max rage on this Joker, avoiding that upper there with an air dodge. Came back down with the down gun and fading away to avoid the up from this Game Watch can go into the second time, but Ploopy not going to fall for that one, saying, you know what, the no mix-up. I am no fan of that one. The up air drag down coming out. Will we fund it? Bada bing! Oh, drops up at the last second, unfortunately, but still a decent amount of damage there coming out from Dominator.
That was good. That could have been potentially, I don't know how many more of those you can actually get while Ploopy is SDIing out, but if you can get the drag down at like 100%, an up smash will take the stock.
Yeah, 4 is better than most, to be honest. I can't really complain about that one. Playing gun in the corner again. 3.5 minutes, I got nowhere to be. Playing patient as you can. A Ploopy finding so much of that extra damage there with the Nair ladders. 40% online, 40% out. We need to take the stock with our Sen. We cannot risk Ploopy going any further here and getting so much of this extra damage, looking for anything. The back coming out in space, triple back here, the empowered gun, turn around anything to get through the wall. The Game Watch putting out there, the A gun comes out as well. We need to take the stock sooner rather than later.
Ploopy is so smart for pressuring while you have advantage state, and the second that you lose it, backing all the way up and forcing Dominator to waste all of your Arsene using guns or finding some way to approach in. Not brawling at all unless you have a good spot.
Yeah, Ploopy learned from game number 1, like, yo, you can't challenge the Arsene. So I'm going to sit back here, and I'm going to respect the big blue man. I'll let him have it. I'm going to force you to burn it out gun. Yeah, you got blue to 125, but I'm up a whole stock. It doesn't matter.
No punish right there. I think you can back her out of shield now. Would at least send them off stage. If not, sent them to their death.
Oh, looking for the tri-state twister, but not going to find it. He'll get back there on that platform, looking out. Gonna land with that down air. Waiting patiently for Ploopy to pick an option with that forward air. He's gonna caught the jump in again with that nair, and the down smash knocked up. Gonna take it. Ugh.
Yucky.
And the biggest thing, and there's 2 things. Ploopy did that game that worked out perfectly. One, it's been deterring those jump ins from Dominator. A lot of times, most of these combos started, and most Joker combos in general start with either a landing fair one or like a landing nair. So a lot of times, Ploopy playing patiently underneath the platform. So you can either, you don't have to up smash, or you can catch an up air landing from going from high, or you land a shield and you go for an up smash out of shield. And number 2 is playing a lot more patiently and conservative against Arsene. You know, not going to challenge Arsene. Yes, obviously on paper, the more you hit Arsene, the faster the bar goes away. But you know what? We've got 7 minutes in the game. We got nowhere to be. I'm going to play back, forcing you, like you said earlier, to burn Arsene only using gun and A-gun. And yeah, you're getting like a little residual, like 30, 40%, but at least Game Watch isn't dying. You died to Arsene back there like 80. Don't challenge that. Just let him burn it.
Interestingly, we are counterpicking to Hollow Bastion, as I was just about to speak on how frame trapping and forcing Dominator to pick risky options to land or put themselves in the corner to land because Ploopy has been sharking with up airs. We choose to go to a stage with even fewer centralized platforms, which means that Dominator wants to play for the volatility.
100%, man. Early on, speaking of volatility, got up to the double Arsene back into the up air as well. Looking to eviscerate the stock as early as he possibly can. The land here, mixing up with that jump in. And again, every single time Dominator procs that jump, anywhere near Ploopy's shield, the official comes out and catching it with those eagle eyes.
Well, landing and fading back right now, using all of the space, sliding around the stage, not letting Ploopy run around. Now, you do remove the side platforms to allow Ploopy to get easy combo extension, so you don't get a lot of easy damage racked up onto yourself. But landing, finding an opening, is just so challenging.
Oh, here we go. Going to catch you with that key, the key to success, to catch that jump in there again. I'm Dominator. Obviously, easier said than done, but we got to play more of this ground-centered game. You know, because when it comes to the skies, Ploopy prefers the air. Clearly, he's catching you up there every single time. Again, the jump in from ledge, you go the up down gun, getting fade away, finally going to be safe there. Not going to approach the aerial. Again, jumping out of the corner, you're going to catch with the up special. Dominator has to stop going for that.
But how else do you approach, right? You don't have any mix-up of approach because of the stage that you selected. You have to approach either by a jump in or finding a well-timed grounded burst option, which is just so challenging against a character with a massive disjoint off of a short hop that covers aerial and grounded space.
The down throw right there to catch. They run in there from Ploopy. You take the stock soon. You'll find the Tetrakarn. Very good call out there from Dominator. Going up there again with another Tetrakarn. Finally isn't going to do it though. Still hanging on. My goodness gracious. But the backer will close it out.
That's why we picked Talos. Because yes, you do lose a lot of that pressure on center stage and you do suscept yourself to frame trapping, but your edge guarding becomes clear, linear, and a win condition. Get Ploopy off stage, and if they don't recover high with the up B, then they're going to eat constant counters and they're not going to be able to get back. It is an interesting choice, but you are locking yourself into one primary win condition.
There you go, finally deterring back with those jabs and the F tilt. Dominator taking more of those grounded burst option approaches. Not going to chase Ploopy on the ground. Looking for a dash back there as well. Waiting out. Not going to go for the jump in there that time. We're going to fade back out. You're going to suffer there with the back air on shield. So they're up there for the back throw. Dominator playing much more of a conservative game here and forcing this Game & Watch to play up a little bit more on the aggressive side where they really don't want to.
That back throw is really telling. Instead of going for something like a down throw into an up air to get some guaranteed damage, you can see how desperate Dominator is to get Ploopy off stage and maintain some sort of centralized position. But Ploopy entirely above the stage or on the ground, playing towards the center. Knows what the win condition Dominator is looking for is.
I'm loving the grounded game that Dominator is putting forward here again. Now not going to challenge shield, the double jump away to avoid the Punisher from Ploopy. The empowered gun into the back air again to close it out, making the Arsene count and looking to find as much extra credit as you can. Ploopy getting out there like, yo, I need to stock now. I want none of that Arsene nonsense.
Oh, barely misses that one. Chair sends him back off stage. Dominator goes for the high recovery, and Ploopy is ready to respond. That's an even stock.
Look at the catch, the jump on there from Ploopy again. Dominator playing the ground again, going to find that down tilt. The punish back grab from Ploopy. Jumping back in there again. Now the rules are reversed. Ploopy looking to put the aggressive foot forward. Trying to jump in there. Dominator not going to make it happen. Down throw coming onto a forward air. Chasing you back off stage once again. Not to the back for that time. They're going to find a combo throw and knocking you off stage. Going to find two birds with one stone.
Yeah, just watch when Ploopy recovers here to see how much they value getting to center no matter what, right? If it's approaching with shield and getting a grab, or if it's rolling back to the center. It's the entirety of what has allowed Dominator to find some sort of fate in this game. Now that Dominator is on the ledge, you can see that Ploopy is not giving an inch.
You see that around Ploopy not even going to go for the up tilt out of shield there, or that F tilt. They're going to back away. They're a little too scared of the Joker grounded options. Not going to find the sweet spot. The downer, unfortunately, had the way to do the up smash. Air dodging through. Ploopy's still hanging on just fine. Arsene has gone away. Air dodging through. Still getting back to the ledge immediately. The one hit of that nair. Threatening that up smash. Ploopy, one hit away. This game 3 is going to be so pivotal. Going into game 5 with the up smash. Going to catch out the landing. But Ploopy takes the swing game of game number 3.
Sometimes we fight our way through all of the action that happens on screen, but every single moment of that was crucial. Arsene going away means that Dominator no longer has a clear reversal option from a disadvantage like ledge trap, right? You have to find foot on the ground to be able to set up something like a fair one into a confirm, or find a loose back air out of a reversal instead of the additional options and the hitboxes that down gun might provide you. So Ploopy very intelligently chooses to back off, play to center, and force Dominator to approach because he doesn't have the tools needed to approach that Arsene would have provided. Very smart from Ploopy to continue that jab that he had going on to get rid of the Arsene instead of letting it go early.
Okay, so after the gameplay you mentioned last game, right, from Dominator, why do you think we run it back here against Kalos? Like, do you think Ploopy's got it figured out, or do you think Dominator's just that confident where it would still work out in general for him?
I think that Dominator's trying to rely on the generalized win conditions of Joker, being that you get a lot of value out of your Arsene in a way that he hasn't been able to do lately, and thinks that he can turn the tides. Because you also still maintain the win condition of edge guarding if you can get Ploopy off stage. But the thing is, I don't think it's the right choice. I think that you are opting into a linearized game plan when Joker has so many tools in his belt. You should go somewhere safer and try to play around Ploopy, not try to play around yourself. And Ploopy is playing with Dominator right now.
Exactly. Ploopy making it count fully. Back ledge there with that jump on nair. Dominator going to find the punish with that grab. As they're rolling there with the AHA. All things considered, Dominator is playing very well when it comes to the ledge trapping game, especially with that Kalos platform in mind. Got a grounded approach here from Ploopy again. Dropping the double nair, the triple nair. Like so much extra damage. Finally going to find the Punisher drifting away. Denner coming out as well. Denner looking to find the stock off stage as soon as he possibly can. You don't want to deal with any of the extra credit coming out here from this Game & Watch.
Great approach with the nair. Starting an edge guard. This could be really, really deep. That's going to be it. Oh, Arsene came out and we held the jump. You had 2 ways to get back right there, and Ploopy unfortunately not ready for it. Gets F-tilted off stage. Going to still be able to recover right here, but the counter does send it long as Arsene is the win condition.
There we go, and going to make it perfectly count there. Again, like you mentioned before, Ploopy has been playing the game, been playing on this Arsene, and now with just a little bit of it left, you might as well just burn it down. You don't have to run away. Bring up that down so you're in range of that get-up attack, just barely. Going to bet it all on that one from Dominator. Make it back, avoiding those up airs. The down gun going to get beat out by the cartoonish little cloud. Like to get back there, dodging through that Kalos platform.
You can't shoot air, Dominator.
Trying to make it count. He's trying to find something, anything. 131 is something to scoff at. I'm not going to lie to you.
You cannot punish Game & Watch up smash. You got to stop trying at this point. 150%, a lot of rage on this Arsene. Actually finds a nice reversal to get back down to the ground. The counter helpful to reset, and now holding down center stage is Dominator. Ploopy slows it down, says, I don't have center, I'm not pressuring. I'm going to wait for you to make a mistake, and inevitably, Dominator does. Bait and punish.
There you go. We're going to burn that air dodge. Dominator's gone over so many times. Your air dodge is low into going through that low recovery on Arsene. Ploopy now up a full stock. Will accentuate there. Arsene coming back online a little too early for your taste. I'm going to save you there, but Dominator finds so much value to Arsene. This game might be over as I say that. Down air into F smash. Oh man, if Dominator can make his Arsene count, it would definitely be the way to get himself back into the game. Wait a damn minute. High ceiling on Cal is going to keep you alive.
Counter. Oh, goes for the guns instead because Ploopy recovers fast. Ploopy very safely recovering, but wanting so desperately to get back to center stage, going for risky options like dash attack, while Dominator is constantly jumping in the air. You can see the desperation, but Ploopy finally finds the center. All you have to hit is one, and all of the frame advantage that Game & Watch has is so easy to just keep throwing out moves until you find it. Dominator has to play slow now.
Sec out of the corner though, to avoid the quarters on shield. Coming with the down gun as well. Upper's putting in so much extra work. 95% Dominator needs to take the stock yesterday. Not going to challenge the up at that time. Gotta be careful about that. F-tilt, not going to do it there, especially with no Arsene. Can't challenge it without your counter. The back going to catch that roll back in. I don't know if we take a stock here soon. In some way, any way to get back in this game. Not going to win that trump. Until we get back just in time. Arsene is back online. Counter isn't going to do it, but it's looking pretty grim for Dominator right now.
She's so quick on the draw. They just are so fast on the reaction times off that lead trump that it has turned the tide entirely. Dominator has no advantageous position, but a down tilt. Yeah, I guess at that range and at that percentage with Arsene, all right. But 180%, this is looking dire. This is looking grim. Honestly, any move from Ploopy at this point, a Nair will take the stock. You see them fishing for it.
They're going to catch that 2-frame there with a down tilt. Dominator looking for any way to get back in this game, but at 197, well past max rage. Again, like you mentioned, literally anything Game & Watch will do it right now, landing Nair, and up special even. Going to play the patient game. Pecker down with these guns. You got a lot of time, you might as well take it slow. But honestly, grabbing this percentage, and not on Kalos, but man, that was scarily close, I'm not going to lie to you.
208%.
Yeah,
Backer takes it off the board. Ploopy taking it 3-1 off of some really measured gameplay on twice Dominator's stage counterpick.
And that's going to do it there. Again, Ploopy holding it down for the hometown viewers. You play Game & Watch goes up the hero. I don't know if you can do that much, but you know what? That's up to the viewer to decide, I guess. But definitely very well played on the part of her. Again, Dominator going into that game number 1 and playing very much on the more aggressive foot forward. Again, going for those aerial Joker approaches. And one of the typical big damaging combos in general. Finding the starters with those nairs, with the fair ones.